Are you ready for the most shocking Avengers story ever told? What if the end of the multiverse begins with a familiar face? What if Iron Man's legacy returns as pure terror? Brace yourself, because Avengers Doomsday is not just a movie, it's Marvel's boldest, darkest gamble yet. Avengers Doomsday stands as the 39th MCU film and the 5th Avengers chapter, scheduled for December 18, 2026. Directed by the Russo brothers and written by Stephen McFeely and Michael Waldron, this film rewrites Marvel's future after scrapping the Kang dynasty, changing everything fans thought was guaranteed. The biggest shock comes instantly with Robert Downey Jr.'s return, not as Tony Stark, but as Victor Von Doom. Seeing the face that defined heroism now represent ultimate tyranny mirrors Marvel's love for emotional whiplash, similar to Captain America fighting Bucky in the Winter Soldier's highway ambush scene. This Doom is not a variant joke or cameo villain. Reports suggest he originates from Earth 616b, a timeline created when Steve Rogers stayed with Peggy Carter, seen at Avengers Endgame's finale. In that reality, Tony Stark never became Iron Man, growing instead into Latveria's most dangerous mind. That single decision fractures destiny. Raised without the Starks, Doom becomes a genius shaped by loss, war, and betrayal. Like Killmonger watching Wakanda abandon Oakland, Doom witnesses his universe destroyed by an incursion, blaming Earth 616 Avengers for collapsing his reality and erasing his family forever. The first insane event is Doom's brutal purge of Kang. To erase Marvel's old arc, Doom reportedly invades the interdimensional arena from Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Where Kang variants once debated supremacy, Doom arrives alone, massacring the entire council with surgical, godlike efficiency. This moment establishes Doom as a threat beyond Thanos. Where Thanos preached balance in Infinity War's Titan scene, Doom delivers judgment without philosophy. Kang's time technology becomes Doom's trophy, proving intellect plus rage outclasses infinite variants, resetting the MCU's power hierarchy in a single terrifying sequence. The second insane development centers on Franklin Richards. The reality-warping child of Reed and Sue becomes the most valuable being alive. Just as Wanda's children drove Multiverse of Madness, Franklin's raw power attracts Doom, who plans to use him as a living battery sustaining collapsing universes. Reed Richards, played by Pedro Pascal, mirrors Tony Stark's guilt arc from Civil War. His brilliance creates hope, but also danger. Doom targeting Franklin transforms the Fantastic Four from explorers into desperate parents, grounding multiversal chaos in emotional stakes, much like Hawkeye fighting to protect his family in Endgame. The Avengers faction itself is deeply fractured. Sam Wilson's Captain America struggles with leadership, echoing his doubts in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Thor, burdened by centuries of loss, seeks strength to return to love, recalling his prayer scene before the final battle in Infinity War. Shang-Chi's 10 rings reportedly resonate with Doom's technology, suggesting ancient multiversal origins. Ant-Man's quantum experience makes him invaluable again, while Yelena Belova's pragmatism clashes with heroic idealism. This team feels unstable, imperfect, and human, exactly how the original Avengers felt before the New York invasion. The third insane event is the Siege of the X-Mansion. Avengers and Fantastic Four travel to Earth 10005, the Fox X-Men universe, attempting to prevent an incursion. The ruined Xavier's school visually echoes Logan's bleak future, instantly signaling tragedy rather than nostalgic celebration for longtime fans. Professor X and Magneto reunite in comic-accurate costumes, mirroring their chess scene from X2. But this time, there is no philosophical debate. Doom's shadow looms. Leaks suggest one or both icons may die, symbolizing the permanent end of the old mutant timeline under collapsing realities. This battle reportedly becomes emotional devastation. Cyclops leads desperately, Beast calculates survival odds, and Nightcrawler evacuates students. It recalls Sokovia's destruction in Age of Ultron, where saving lives mattered more than winning. The Avengers realize too late that stopping Doom requires unimaginable sacrifice. The fourth insane moment is the multiversal collapse itself. Unlike Infinity War's snap, Doomsday ends with total annihilation. Universes fold inward like pages tearing from books. Loki's Time Guardian role fractures. Reality fails. Doom stands victorious as everything dies, creating Battleworld from shattered remnants. Battleworld is not chaos, but order. Doom rules as God Emperor, binding broken universes into a single patchwork reality. This mirrors Thanos retiring peacefully but twisted. Doom believes control is mercy, freedom caused destruction. His world is stable, brutal, and terrifyingly logical. Steve Rogers' return complicates everything. Teaser footage shows an older, bearded Steve holding a baby, believed to be his son with Peggy. This child may be the emotional key Doom despises, proof that one man's happiness accidentally created multiversal suffering through timeline divergence. Chris Evans portraying Steve again completes a thematic loop. In the first Avenger, Steve sacrifices love for duty. In Endgame, he chooses love. Doomsday asks whether that choice doomed countless worlds. This moral ambiguity elevates the story beyond spectacle into philosophical tragedy. Wakanda and Talokan become unlikely allies. Shuri's intellect and Namir's ruthlessness echo T'Challa and Killmonger's ideological clash. Their desert crossover scene suggests vibranium and Talakanal technology might challenge Doom's rule, recalling Wakanda's united tribes during Infinity War's SHIELD sequence. The Fantastic Four's dynamic contrasts the Avengers. They are family first, heroes second. Sue Storm's invisibility powers reportedly counter Doom's surveillance, while Ben Grimm becomes the moral anchor. Johnny Storm's recklessness adds volatility, similar to Star-Lord's emotional mistake on Titan that changed everything. Marketing reinforced Doom's dominance. Marvel's 5-hour Chairstream cast reveal felt ceremonial, like assembling pieces of a cosmic trial. Mini-teasers focused on emotion rather than explosions, signaling a story-driven epic. This mirrors Infinity War's marketing shift toward inevitability rather than victory. Teaser 1's imagery of Steve and his child quietly redefines heroism. Teaser 2 shows Thor praying, not fighting. Teaser 3 highlights fallen mutants. Teaser 4 unites Wakanda and the Fantastic Four. Every image whispers loss, consequence, and desperation rather than triumph. Production reports reveal the third act required additional photography. That suggests Marvel is refining Doom's Endgame carefully. Like rewriting Endgame's time travel rules, this adjustment likely ensures Battleworld feels earned, devastating, and clear, rather than confusing spectacle overloaded with fan service. Avengers Doomsday ultimately reframes the MCU. Heroes are no longer preventing disaster. They are reacting to irreversible mistakes. Doom is not conquering out of greed, but grief. This makes him Marvel's most complex villain, rivaling Thanos' quiet resolve at the end of Infinity War. The film's structure reportedly mirrors Infinity War's inevitability. Victories feel hollow. Sacrifices feel pointless. Doom always stays 3 steps ahead. When universes die, there is no snap reversal, only silence, echoing Peter Parker's dusting scene multiplied across infinite realities. Deadpool and Wolverine's rumored appearance may provide dark humor, but even they cannot break Doom's control. Meta-awareness fails against absolute power. This reinforces the theme that jokes, violence, and rebellion mean nothing when reality itself belongs to one will. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man potentially surviving positions him as Secret War's emotional lead. His experienced, weary hero contrasts Tom Holland's youth. Like his train-stopping sacrifice in Spider-Man 2, Maguire's Peter represents endurance when hope is gone. By the final moments, the MCU resets emotionally. Battleworld exists. Doom reigns. Survivors are scattered. Hope is fragile. Avengers Doomsday doesn't promise victory, only survival. It is Marvel's Empire Strikes Back moment, ending not with applause, but stunned silence. This story treats the multiverse like a collapsing library. Every universe is a book. Incursions are shelves crashing together. Doom salvages torn pages, binding them into one volume he controls. It's horrifying, poetic, and perfectly aligned with Marvel's evolving narrative ambition. Avengers Doomsday is not about who wins fights. It's about choices echoing across eternity. Steve's love, Tony's absence, Reed's brilliance, Wanda's grief, Loki's burden, and Doom's rage all converge into one unavoidable conclusion: the multiverse was never meant to survive freedom. When the credits roll, audiences won't cheer. They'll process loss. That's intentional. Just like Infinity War changed superhero storytelling, Doomsday changes the MCU's soul. It asks viewers to sit with consequences instead of waiting for easy reversals. This film prepares the ground for Secret Wars, where rebellion against God Emperor Doom becomes mythic. But Doomsday belongs to Doom alone. It is his victory, his world, his justification, and Marvel's bravest narrative risk since snapping half the universe out of existence. If this theory shook you, challenged you, or made you rethink everything about the MCU's future, then you're exactly where Marvel wants you. Subscribe for deeper Marvel breakdowns, like the video if you crave bold theories, and stay tuned, because Secret Wars will change everything.